It's not very often that you get a personalized letter from the U.S. Mint. Well, as personal as it'll probably ever get. But indeed, it has happened for some of us out there that ordered these particular pieces. Why mine is especially strange, I'll explain in this video as we explore. The American Liberty series. And it's a series that has been in effect since 2015 with different renditions of liberty. And there is, by the legislation, a gold coin, and the United States Mint is at liberty to produce silver medals in conjunction with, because the reason why they don't do silver coins is because the legislation does not provide the authority for the United States Mint to do that, which is why oftentimes for some of these pieces you will see accompanying pieces in silver, such as you see here. It's not terribly often that they're minted the same year either. For instance, in 2021, the American Liberty gold coin was released in 2021, and last year came the silver medal. These are especially nice medals in my view, but I never really paid much attention to the certificates of authenticity. But indeed, here it says, the 2023 American Liberty Silver Medal. Very nice. And, you don't read these things too close, and at least I don't read them too close. And typically, even when you see the word coin on this something like this, you don't really think too much of it. But right here, it says on the back, 2023 American Liberty Silver Medal. It says the United States Mint certifies that this is a genuine coin, minted and issued under the authority of 31 USC 511A2. This coin was minted by the United States Mint and is legal tender of the United States. Of course, that is obviously incorrect, because it says here that it is a metal. So here on the very bottom, it says to preserve the beauty of your coins, store them in a cool, dry place. Of course, that seems like a fairly generic statement, but we know there's a problem. These certificates of authenticity are incorrect. And so here's another one that says the same thing. Now, I ordered 3 of these. You're seeing 2 right here because I sold one to a local coin shop in my area. So I don't have that one. And finally, I got a letter from the United States Mint, then started seeing this on YouTube, and Silver Wolverine did a video about this. And I wanted to show you the actual letter that came in. I was kind of surprised. An actual letter from the United States Mint does not happen very often. So I'm going to read this to you and see what it says. It's about as personal as it can get, because they reference an order number down here. It says, thank you for your recent order of the 2023 American Liberty Silver Medal. We are contacting you to inform you of an error on the Certificate of Authenticity, known as the COA. The inside of the COA incorrectly states or refers to the medal as a coin. Enclosed, please find your enclosed certificates. It leaves room in case you just ordered one for one certificate. Please accept our apologies for any inconvenience. And thank you for the continued support and shopping with the United States Mint. And then it has a boilerplate stuff about how you can reach out to them, which I will, because, well, there's a problem. Yet again, another mistake the United States Mint has made in this letter, which is why it is a little bit strange indeed. And what is that mistake? They just sent one replacement certificate, and I should have gotten 3 of them. And so I'm going to be reaching out to them to see, but here's what the correction is here. To preserve the beauty of your metals, store them in a cool, dry place. Now, that's more like it. And here we see on the back of this, it says United States Mint certifies that this is a genuine metal, minted and issued under the authority of 31 USC Section 511A2. Although I still wonder if that's right, because doesn't the Treasury just have the authority to do that on their own without legislation? I don't know. Maybe it isn't an original legislation. Maybe that's a generic legislation that goes back. I think that may be what it is. But, this is, it says this metal was minted by the United States Mint and is not legal tender of the United States. Not legal tender. So that's the difference here, where this says that it is legal tender, according to that COA. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to keep these old COAs, and I'm just going to put the new COA with it. That's right. I'm going to have these both together, and for posterity's sake. Now, does that mean that the old COAs are worth a good deal of money? According to eBay, some people are listing them for a pretty good chunk of change, but I really don't think so. I think there's just too many of them out there. But you never know. And who knows, time will certainly be a good measure to see if they are worth something, which is why I'm going to keep them for sure, just in case. But nonetheless, it's a mistake that I didn't notice until I got the letter. And now I need to call the United States Mint to get another or two more replacement certificates and send one to the shop that has the replacement metal. Of course, they may have already sold it, so I may just keep it. And nonetheless, it's strange that they made two mistakes and a mistake in replacing the other metal, or the other certificate rather. But let's take a closer look at the metal itself, because I think they did a pretty good job on this. I haven't taken out of its capsule to see if there's any finning going on, but likely, since it's not high relief, and these are pretty well struck on center, at least that I can see, there's not too much of an issue here. Fairly pleased with how this turned out. I really like the design, and I kind of even like the symbolism of the perseverance of liberty. You know, these trees, as an addendum to this video, these trees live in barren and arid climates in North America, especially in Northern California and areas near there. And they are literally can survive and really, in a sense, to an extent, thrive on very little nutrition, very little rain, and very little nutrients in the soil. And I almost feel like our country is sort of in that state today, where we're having to persevere. Liberty shall persevere during these times, and it's under threat for sure. And it's times like this where I think it's quite apropos that this design be chosen, to the chagrin of kind of what the Mint has become as an agency, sadly, as pretty much every other government agency is. It has been, but as well as plagued much of corporate America with ESG, which is the overarching umbrella under which DEI is a part. ESG, for those of you who don't know, stands for environmental, social, and governance. And under that umbrella, the social aspect of it, we have diversity, equity, and inclusion, which although they may sound good, in reality, they are actually policies and actions which actually subvert liberty and freedom and equality, which is what this nation was founded upon. We're moving in the opposite direction, sadly, but nonetheless, it makes you wonder, but what's going on? So this is a pretty big mistake, I think, by the United States Mint, and it very well could be relation to some extent as far as how these things were put together. And again, mistakes can happen. We should be forgiving. But nonetheless, it is a testimony to hear, kind of see what's going on. But nonetheless, we'll see how this plays out. I certainly hope to maybe order another one of these. I don't know. I just kind of would like to have one as sort of as a desk piece. I think they're very nice. I know one of the criticisms of the leaves here, which I wondered how this is going to turn out, is it kind of just looks like broccoli. Chopping broccoli, you know what I mean? Chopping broccoli. Maybe remember the famous song. But nonetheless, they could have found a little better way to render the leaves of the bristlecone pine. But the trunk and the branches, the twisting nature of it, that was preserved quite well. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. I hope you found this video informative and insightful. What do you think of the eagle on the back of this? I think the eagle looks pretty nice. I almost think that the rock could have been a little bit more rough, more realistic. This kind of looks like it's one of the crystals that Superman goes to in order to get powered up. It looks a little strange, but the eagle itself is very, very nice. I like the multiple levels of frosting on it as well. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch this video, and to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and finally, after all of that rigmarole, subscribe.